All right, we are back to complete our Paris expert training, part 2. Remember, you can click here to all slides to keep up here in your itinerary for future reference. So now we're talking about the Louvre, okay? These are museums that are here in Paris. Located on the right bank of the river Seine in the city's first arrondissement and a central landmark of the city. Louvre is the largest and also the most visited art museum in the world, historic monument of Paris city. The Louvre was initially a fortress built in 1190 AD, and then from the 16th century onwards was a royal palace of French monarchs until Louis the 14th shifted the court to Palace of Versailles, and it became a place where royal art collection was displayed. The building is done in Renaissance and classical French style. During the French Revolution, it was decreed to be a museum where French nation's masterpieces were to be displayed. The Louvre Museum has an impressive collection of 380,000 objects from prehistory to the 21st century. Displays 35,000 objects, 8 curatorial departments, namely the Louvre's painting selection, sculptures of the Louvre Museum, Islamic art, Egyptian antiquities of Louvre Museum, Greek and Roman antiquities, Near Eastern antiquities, collection of graphic arts and decorative arts at Louvre. Highlights of the visit to this fascinating museum are the Louvre Pavilion Turgot, famous Mona Lisa painting, the Winged Victory of Samothrace, a classical statue and masterpiece of Hellenistic art, La Noces de Cama, Michelangelo's Dying Slave and Rebellious Slave are also known as captive sculptures and masterworks of Michelangelo, Venus de Milo statue, the Virgin and Child with Saint Anne by Da Vinci, Great Sphinx of Tanis, Lamasis, the glorious Louis the 14th painting, Eugene Delacroix's Liberty leading the people, evoking the French Revolution, Psyche revived by the Kiss of Love, a neoclassical 18th century sculpture, Coronation of Napoleon painting is exquisite and captures in detail the grandeur of the ceremony, Marley Horse, an outstanding carrier marble sculpture, the Cheat with the Ace of Diamonds painting. In the Department of Decorative Arts, visitors can get a glimpse of French crown jewels, which were once a symbol of the French monarchy. Of particular interest are the crown of Louis the 15th, the Regent diamond, the Duchess of Angoulême's tiara, and the crown of Empress Eugenie, wife of Napoleon III, is adorned with 2,480 diamonds and 56 emeralds. The medieval Louvre. This section reveals the foundations of the medieval fortress, the moat, dungeons, and the Salle Saint Louis. The grand entrance of the Louvre and the glass pyramid. Main entrance to the Louvre lies in the building's central courtyard at the iconic glass pyramid, which has become a celebrated element of the landmark's museum structure. Designed by architect Leo Ming-Pei, this 22-meter pyramid constructed from 675 panels of glass, where the glass ceiling floods the space with natural light, brightening the experience of the visitors waiting in the queue. Great introduction to the Louvre's fabulous collection of fine arts and masterpiece of modern architecture in its own right. All right, you have Centre Georges Pompidou, set in 5 acres, located in the 4th arrondissement in Bourbourg, a bustling part of Paris. The Pompidou Centre complex houses a fascinating modern art museum, a gallery, and a library. It was built for the sole purpose of displaying and propagating modern art and as a cultural center. The center is named after former president of France, Georges Pompidou, and was inaugurated in 1977. Designed by architects Renzo Piano, Richard Rogers, and Gianfranco Francini. It features a distinctive inside-out construction method that led to the shifting of the functional and mechanical elements to the exterior of the building, thereby maximizing the interior space. Highlights of a visit to Centre Georges Pompidou include the National Museum of Modern Art, houses many of the 20th century's most compelling artworks, as well as hosting constantly interesting temporary shows. Museum has the second largest collection of modern and contemporary art in the world, and with the more than 100,000 works of art by over 6,000 artists by 90 countries. These works include paintings, sculptures, drawings, print photography, cinemas, architecture, and design. Modern art in its various styles like Impressionism, Fauvism, abstract art, surrealism, etc. are represented here in the works of Matisse, Raoul Dufy, Pablo Picasso, and Salvador Dali, along with many more. Contemporary art, you got pop art, conceptual art, nouveau realism, represented with works by Andy Warhol, Eduardo Aurora, Arnish Kapoor, Yakov Agam, and Bill Viola, etc. Works of architecture and design include Jean Stark, Jean Nouvel, and Dominique Perral. Public Information Library houses a collection of 500,000 books, as well as a center for musical research. The square in front of Pompidou Center contains the first modern fountain in Paris and several sculptures. A square is also a popular place for street performers, mimes, and musicians. And the Pompidou Center has been featured in the 1979 AD James Bond movie Moonraker. All right, here is Musée d'Orsay interior. Okay, located up in the 7th arrondissement in Paris in former Gare d'Orsay, Beaux Arts railway station. In the 1970s, there were plans to demolish the station and build a hotel instead. But due to the intervention of the Cultural Ministry, the site was listed as a historical monument. The suggestion to convert it into a museum came from the Directorate of Museums of France, and the idea was to bridge the period gaps between the Louvre and the National Museum of Modern Art. Opened in 1986, Musée d'Orsay is one of the largest art museums in Europe. Focuses on French art, mainly from the period of 1848 to 1914 AD, covering over 60 years of art history, from realism to Port-Aven School, from Impressionism to Pointillism, which includes painting, sculptures, furniture, and photography. The museum is home to the largest Impressionist and Post-Impressionist masterpieces in the world, done by masters like Courbet, Manet, Degas, Monet, Renoir, Cezanne, Van Gogh, and Gauguin, to name a few. Currently closed for renovation, but to reopen, Musée Carnavalet, located in the heart of the stately Marais neighborhood in the 3rd arrondissement of Paris and established in 1880, housed within the walls of the 2 Renaissance-era mansions, 16th century Hotel des Carnavaliers and the 17th century Hotel La Pelletier, Saint Fergo, a staggering 140 rooms, tell the chronological history of Paris and from the days of pre-Roman Gaul settlement. That is was right up to the 20th century, tracing its transformations into a great city. The Carnavalet Museum is a virtual treasure house having over 2,500 paintings, 2,000 modern sculptures, 20,000 drawings, 150,000 photographs, 300,000 engravings, hundreds of furniture pieces, thousands of coins, ceramics, and archaeological fragments. The statue of the Louis XIV in the courtyard in the museum is the only surviving royal statue in the Paris form before the French Revolution. Must-see displays at the museum. The Prince's Gold Cradle. Cradle of an imperial prince was gifted to the city under Napoleon III, one of its kind historical artifacts. Personal belongings of Marie Antoinette. Visitors can view the rare display of the French Queen's room, her desk, and personal items. The French Revolution section, Voltaire's death chair, and the themed exhibitions. Pablo Picasso was a Spanish paint sculptor. This is a Musée Picasso Museum. Ceramist, poet, printmaker, and playwright. Located in the 4th arrondissement of Paris and regarded as one of the most influential artists of the 20th century. He is known for co-founding the Cubist movement, the co-invention of collage, and the wide variety of art styles that he has helped develop and explore. The total number of artwork and he produced in his lifetime are estimated to be 50,000, which includes paintings, sculptures, ceramics, drawings, tapestries, and rugs. He spent most of the adult life in France and is also at his final resting place. The Museum of Picasso showcases one of Paris's most treasured art collections inside the mid-17th century constructed Hotel Salle in Maurice area, an exquisite private mansion owned by the Paris city since 1964. The collection includes more than 5,000 drawings, engravings, paintings, and ceramic sculptures created by the great master Picasso, although they are not displayed at the same time. The sculpture of the thinker, Musée Rodin, located in the 7th arrondissement of Paris and was opened in 1980 at Hotel Baron and surrounding grounds in central Paris. It is dedicated to the works of the renowned French sculptor Auguste Rodin. The collection includes 6,000 sculptures, 8,000 drawings, 8,000 old photographs, and 7,000 objects of art. Significant creations on display include The Thinker, The Kiss, The Gates of Hell, Man with a Broken Nose. His drawings represent different styles and periods, observation of landscapes, numerous erotic nudes, and portraits. His personal collection also includes paintings of renowned painters like Van Gogh, Claude Monet, Renoir, and others. Rodin has turned over his entire collection over to the French state on the condition that they turn his studio and home into museums dedicated to his work. Rodin's old home in Meudon was turned into a museum as well, which is the outskirts of Paris, as per his last request or wishes. Main entrance, Petit Palace, translates to a small palace, is located in the 8th arrondissement of Paris, built for the Universal Exposition of 1900, now houses the City Museum of Fine Arts, and since 1975 AD, the French Ministry of Culture has declared it a historic monument. Designed by architecture Charles Gerald Petit Palace, is a fine blend of conventional modern architecture. The building is constructed around a semicircular inner courtyard and garden with a grand facade decorated with numerous columns and sculptures. It hosts a diverse collection of artwork from the ancient period of 1920s containing paintings of Rubens, Rembrandt, Poussin, Ingres, Monet, and by many more masters divided into sections. It also houses priceless treasures by ivory, tapestry, jewelry, porcelain, metalwork, medieval manuscripts, and a small but important collection of an ancient Greek and Roman art. Oops, okay, where did I miss? Okay, we just did that one. All right, interior, the Gallery of the Evolution, located on the left bank of Seine in the original location of the 5th arrondissement of Paris. It was founded in 1793 AD during the French Revolution, but its origins lie in 1635 AD as Jardin des Plantes, or the Royal Garden of Medicinal Plants. It owns one of the largest collections in natural history in the world. The museum comprises 14 sites in France, including 4 in Paris, including the original aforementioned site from where it all began. It houses 65 million fossils, minerals, naturalized specimens, and the largest herbarium, 11 million specimens in the world. The Grand Gallery of the Evolution is an absolute delight for science and nature enthusiasts and one of the Paris's city's most child-friendly attractions. It showcases the evolution of animal species since the emergence of life on Earth. The beautiful 19th century iron-framed glass roof has been modernized with lifts, false floors, and galleries. Under the diffused light of 30-meter high nave Visitors can admire more than 7,000 stuffed animals. Children will be thrilled by the immersive scenography. And besides, there are interactive and educational films and activities for 6 to 12-year-olds in several languages. The other highlights of a visit here are viewing 250 rare and extinct species of plants, enjoying the view overlooking the great caravan of animals from the African savanna. Near the gallery, geology enthusiasts can admire a collection of giant, unusual minerals. Skeleton lovers can take journey back in time, viewing dinosaur skeletons and fossils of all sizes. Also take in the living things during a walk in the site, experience the sheer diversity of plants that populate the garden and the greenhouses devoted to the biodiversity of the rainforest. Musée d'Art Moderne de la Ville de Paris translates to City of Paris Museum of Modern Art. Located on the 16th arrondissement of Paris, was established in 1961, dedicated to modern contemporary art of the 20th and 21st centuries. The exhibition highlights of the European and international art scenes of the 20th century, as well as displaying monographic and thematic exhibitions. The art museum's permanent collections include works of masters like Picasso, Matisse, Bonnard, Marcel Duchamp, Auguste Herbin, Raoul Dufy, and many more. Okay. Musée des Croix Branly, Jacques Chirac, located in the 7th arrondissement of Paris City and named after former French president, was established in 2006 AD. This museum is located on the banks of the Seine near the Eiffel Tower, features the indigenous art and cultures of Africa, Asia, Oceania, and Americas, has a collection of 450,000 objects, of which 3,500 on display at any given time. The museum has a notable collection of objects gathered during the French colonization of North America from Quebec to Louisiana in the 17th, 18th century, collection of paintings from Aboriginal Australians, mask figurines, robes, sculptures, statues from Africa, Asia, and South America. All right, historic art in the museum. It is located in the 5th arrondissement in Paris between Boulevard Saint Michael and Rue Saint Jacques. The museum was founded in 1843 AD by the French state, which wanted to combine two exceptional edifices situated in the heart of Latin Quarter, the Gallo-Roman baths and the former residence of the abbots of Cluny, in order to present the work of Alexander du Sommerard. The museum holds a variety of important medieval artifacts like sculptures, tapestries made of gold, ivory, stained glass, antique furnishings, and manuscripts. All right, so now family friendly. Okay, now this is cruising on the river. All right, Bateau Mouche, cruising on the Seine River at sunset. One of the best ways to experience Paris and its fascinating sights. Visitors can choose from a multitude of cruising options among the river banks, World Heritage listed right bank and the left bank, admiring and visiting top Paris attractions. You have the Paris hop-on, hop-off sightseeing cruise in Paris. Visitors can either buy a 1 or 2 day river sightseeing pass, enjoy cruising along the riverbanks of Paris at a leisurely pace, glide underneath the city's beautiful bridges, past its elegant architecture, hop on, hop off to see famous attractions like the Notre Dame, Eiffel Tower, Louvre, Musée d'Orsay, and many more. Bistro style Seine dining cruise. Relaxing ride down the river Seine on the dinner cruise. See the sights of the city in all its splendor. Paris's landmarks, Notre Dame, Louvre, Eiffel Tower, twinkling from the shore. All guests get window-facing armchair and a 3-course French meal. Takes an hour and 15 minutes. Moulin Rouge show and Seine cruise. Visitors get a look at the Paris's major landmarks from the comfort of the boat drifting along the river Seine before catching a cabaret show at Moulin Rouge. The dinner is served on board the cruise and it duration 6 hours, I think, or maybe you're wrong. Eiffel Tower dinner and Seine River cruise. Trip to Paris would not be complete without a ride up to the Eiffel Tower. Visitors can avail and book a dinner at 58 Feet Tour Rifle Restaurant. And therefore, or thereafter, can go on a relaxing cruise along the riverside and admire the city of lights in all its twinkling glory. Besides the aforementioned cruising options, visitors can also avail their experience of an evening in Paris in a combination of cruise and Paris illuminations, dinner on the Champs-Élysées. Visitors can also opt for an afternoon cruise, enjoy cruising past the famous sights of Paris while enjoying lunch during the daylight hours. All right, this is Park Asterisk. Theme amusement park based on hugely popular comic book series Asterix. Located 35 kilometers north of Paris in Paris, the park is well known for its large variety of roller coasters. The family can spend a day with Roman bashers Asterix and Obelix, with zones split into the Roman Empire, ancient Greece, and the land of the Vikings, Egypt, and the indomitable Gaulish village based on the visual style of the comic stories. Major attractions include Godorix, Europe's largest roller coaster, Oxygenarium, large twisting water slide with round inflatable dinghies, Transdemonial, a large ghost train filled with special effects, La Galère, a swinging ship, Menhir Express, themed log flume ride, La Delphinarium, one of the largest dolphin enclosures in Europe, and then La Trace de Hora, a bobsled roller coaster. For some serious handshaking asterisk, Obelix and friends wander around in the jamboree of live acts, pumps up the pace. This place offers very wholesome family fun. Never even ever heard of that. Of course, Disneyland Paris, located 32 kilometers east of the center of Paris in the Marne-la-Vallée. It opened in 1992 AD as Euro Disney Resort. Was named Disneyland Resort in 1995 AD. The complex encompasses 480 hectares of land, 2 theme parks, Disneyland Park and Walt Disney Studio Park, opened in 2002 AD. 7 Disney-owned resort hotels, 7 associated hotels. Disneyland Golf Course features 9 and 18 holes, railway station, and shopping mall. Disneyland Paris has different rides spread over the 2 parks. Listed below are the most popular ones with families overall. Pirates of the Caribbean, based on the Disneyland movie franchise in the same name. Water log ride is full of thrills and spills where visitors can join Captain Jack Sparrow, Barbossa, and Buccaneers for wholesome family fun. Tower of Terror, the creepiest Disney Paris ride. Star Wars Hyperspace Mountain. This ride launches visitors into hyperspace. Be sure to thrill family ride. Small World, lapped up children's of all ages. This journey takes visitors on a tour of the magical world, water world. Star Tours Adventure continues, taking visitors on a stunning 3D voyage to a galaxy far away and is a firm family favorite. Big Thunder Mountain, classic down Disneyland ride offering roller coaster action. Hop on board and venture into the Wild West, hurtling through a deserted mining town. Alice Curious Labyrinths, enter real-life wonderland where Cheshire's cat and the Wicked Queen of Hearts await. Follow the White Rabbit and more. The little ones get a kick out of the Fantasyland. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Peril, undoubtedly one of the most heart-thumping Disneyland Paris rides, as visitors will head into the depths of the jungle, encountering the perils it entails, full of twists and turns. Although visitors do Disneyland in a day trip, but to be honest, recommends to spend at least 2 days or ideally 3 to avail Disney Paris experience in totality. Flyview Paris, entering the world of Flyview, an immersive 15-minute experience where the visitors don their jetpacks, put on their virtual reality headset. Fascinating flight over Paris, seeing the city's iconic monuments from a totally unique perspective. In virtual reality, while experiencing a real-life sensation. Chocolate Museum, located in, it says children learning chocolate making at the museum, located in the 10th arrondissement of Paris. Visitors can explore 4,000 years of cocoa bean history in all its form on a self-guided tour of the Chocolate Museum in Paris. Learn how the Aztecs introduced cocoa beans to mankind. Learn why chocolate was important during ancient rituals and watch a demonstration by a chocolatier who will explain how to get perfect chocolate sweets. Young visitors can go on a chocolate-related treasure hunt and get a reward. The Aquarium des Paris, located in the 16th arrondissement of Paris, is the Gardens of the Trocadero. This fantastic attraction explores the marine life of the world. Young visitors will love the shark tunnel and the petting pool, where they can stroke the friendly sturgeon who stick out their long snouts above the water surface. There are 50 tanks with 10,000 fish and invertebrates, including 2,500 jellyfish and 450 corals. There's also a section where shows the fish that live in the river Seine. All right. Museum Arts des Musées translates to Museum of Arts and Trandesis, located in the Rue Remer of the 3rd arrondissement of Paris. Founded just after the French Revolution in 1794 AD, keeping with the spirit of the age, it is housed in an old abbey. The museum has over 80,000 objects, 15,000 drawings in its collection, which is about 2,500 on display. Highlights of the visit here: original Foucault pendulum, original model of the Statue of Liberty by Auguste Bartholdi, some of the first planes, Avion the Third and Blériot the 11th. See Theater des Atomiques in action. The mechanical toy once belonged to Queen Marie Antoinette. First mechanical calculator by Blaise Pasquale. Also on show is the laboratory of the founder of the modern chemistry, Lavoisier. And just a short distance from the museum is one of the oldest houses in Paris on 51 Rue de Montmorency, of the alchemist Nicolas Flamel, who was in the story of Dumbledore's friend, Harry Potter enthusiast will love it. And then a short walk away from the museum is La Maison Star, founded in 1725 AD, one of the oldest patisseries in Paris. They once baked cakes for the King of Francis. All right, you have the view of the Musée Grevin, located in the 9th arrondissement of the right bank of the Seine, established by Arthur Meyer in 1882 AD, before Madame Tussauds in London. It is named after its first director, Alfred Grevin, and is one of the oldest wax museums in Europe. Highlights to the museum: contains 450 characters and panorama of French history from Charlemagne to Napoleon III. The young visitors will especially like the impressive Hall of Mirrors designed by France's fetish illusionist Arturo Brachetti, and is an immersive experience with a sound and light show and special effects. Museum also has a discovery tour, which shows how wax museums are made, also a theater for magical shows. Visitors can have their photos taken along the waxworks of famous personalities, including Neil Armstrong walking on the moon, Queen Elizabeth, Barack Obama, Zidane, Monica Bellucci, Celine Dion, Bollywood personalities such as Shahrukh Khan, Aishwarya Rai, and Ranveer Singh. And again, I apologize for this mispronunciation. And new wax figures are continuously added to the collection. All right, and then Cite des Sciences, the biggest science museum, located in Parc de la Villette area in the 19th arrondissement of Paris. Cite des France offers 2 exhibitions for children of ages 2 to 7 and 5 to 12 to learn whilst playing. Explore the countless secrets of science to multiply unusual experiences, to dive into the infinite possibilities of image. The experience for children ages 2 to 7. This is a unique space for children for actively experimenting and exploring a series of fun educational activities divided into 5 thematic areas. 3 major theme focuses on the development of the child and their physical cognitive, and spatial skills. Children can test their flexibility, their senses, listen to their emotions, play with balance, sounds, and letters. Children are encouraged to discover, foster, can-do attitude, locate oneself, experiment with and with all together, or work as a team attitude. And then the experience for children 5 to 12, the exhibition was designed exclusively with exciting games, activities, 6 themed areas namely the body, communication, TV studio, water games, garden, and factory. These games do not need any help from adults, and the children can measure how fast they run, work with a friend to complete a mission, play TV presenter, lip sync to the music, produce the energy to power a TV, and do interesting activities. All right, quiz time. How many languages has the popular French, and some of you, they may be out of order, okay? Has the popular French comic series Asterix been translated into? 50, 73, 90, or 100? The comic series. Anybody know?
I don't have that question.
Okay. I'll just say 73. What do you guys think? I'll say 73. What is the total land area covered by the estate of Versailles? I don't know. What's the height of the Eiffel Tower?
180. I mean 1080.
Thank you. What French car company used the Eiffel Tower as a giant billboard for advertising in 1925 to 1934?
The one that start with a C.
Thank you. Musée Carnavalet is dedicated to what? Natural history, history of Paris from origins.
History of Paris.
History of Paris. What amusement park will visitors find Gordo, the largest roller coaster?
The parks. I don't know that one right there.
Asterix. How many rooms does Palace of Versailles have?
I don't have that question.
What's the weight of the majestic bell? What is
I can tell you the year. The year, that one right there, that is 1843.
All right. And then what is the holy relic of the crown of thorns of Jesus Christ housed at?
Notre Dame.
Thank you.
I
Anybody
don't
know
have
the
hardly
weight of the
any
bell?
of those questions.
You don't have any of them?
No.
Okay. Well, we'll go through them in just a minute.
Okay.
What is the weight of the majestic bell? Savoyard. That SCBOYBRDE and Basilica. $18.8. Okay, so weight 850 kg. Okay, so what are tons? 18,835 kg. 18,835 kg in tons.
What's the name of the wax museum? Did anybody have that question?
The wax museum, we know they have the what is the wax museum in Paris? Musée Grevin, Grevin.
Did anybody have the Musée du Quai Branly Jacques Chirac is named after?
I can't hear on that one. how many rooms does the Palace of Versailles have? How many rooms does the Palace? $700 here. Okay, anybody else? What other questions?
I have lots. I don't even have any of yours. So, Musée du Quai Branly, Jacques Chirac is named after which famous personality of France?
I don't know. I'm doing Google's my best friend.
Okay. And then which museum displays the indigenous arts and cultures of Africa, Asia, Oceania, and the Americas?
I don't know. I can't hear you very well. Is anybody else here, or is it just my thing?
She's very low. I can barely hear
Okay.
You can't hear me?
Now I can.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, which museum displays the indigenous arts and cultures of Africa, Asia, Oceania, and the Americas?
All right, hold on, let me see. Okay. Which museum in Paris covers Africa, Asia, and the Americas?
Yeah, they display the art.
The dedicated art for Africa, Asia, Oceania. Qua Branly.
The Musée du Quai Branly?
Yeah, the Quai
Okay.
Branly Museum.
Okay. And then in which monument is the tomb of most famous French general and Emperor Napoleon Bonaparte located?
Where is Napoleon Bonaparte Museum
Is his tomb?
located? Musée de l'Armée. Does that there?
We've got Pierre Lachaise Cemetery, Les Invalides, Palace of Versailles, and Arc de Triomphe.
All right, so what's the question? Where's Napoleon Bonaparte
His tomb.
tomb? Right there. The tomb is, yeah, this keeps saying the tomb is Musée de l'Armée.
That's not like the answer. So it's Pierre Lachaise
Where is
Cemetery.
the tomb? Hotel des Invalides.
That Les Invalides, is that
Yeah,
it?
it
Yeah.
says, yeah, decided to have his remains transferred to Les Invalides in Paris.
Okay. And then Musée du Quai Branly, Jacques Chirac is named after which famous personality of France?
What are the options?
Former president of France, former prime minister of France, former culture minister.
What's the name?
Jacques Chirac, Chirac.
CH
IRAC.
All right. Named after.
Wow, am I the only one with this set of questions?
No, I'm just waiting for you to read them because this question I have, but then I have a few different ones.
This one is tough.
French politician who served as the country's president and prime minister.
So, but it says former president of France or former prime minister of France. So both of them are an answer. So,
Does it have a date or anything?
nope, those are just, it says, so who is he named after? And I have both as an answer.
Okay, so I'll put, who was he named after? Pom, Pompidou, referred to him as a bulldozer, okay.
Well, I could just give it the president, I guess, and just leave it. I mean, one, I'm hoping I get one wrong. That's still you pass,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. I think I have all of them. 700 rooms was Versailles, and the name of the most visited monument in Paris is the Notre Dame de Paris. Is that right? Or is it?
The Eiffel Tower.
Oh, it's the Eiffel Tower. Okay.
Okay, can a river scene cruise and Moulin Rouge cabaret show be provided as a combined tour option?
Yes.
Yes. And who is regarded as one of the most influential artists of the 20th century, who was Spanish but raised and worked most of his adult life in France?
Okay.
Auguste Rodin, Pablo Picasso, Perry Mallet, and Camille Pizarro.
Okay, Auguste Rodin died in 1917. I don't think it was, what was the other ones?
Pablo Picasso, Pierre Mallet, Camille Pizarro.
Camille Pizarro, 1903. What was the second one?
Pierre Pierre Mallet, Mallet.
Yeah, he was 1700s. And it's in the what century?
20th.
Okay, and what was the fourth one?
Camille, Camille.
I got that one. Camille Pissarro. What was
Yeah.
and Pierre Augusta?
Pierre Mallet, Pablo Picasso.
Pablo Picasso. Pablo, because he died in 1973.
Okay, and then what is the weight of the majestic bell? I heard you read it, but I didn't hear the answer.
I just guessed it. Hold on. 19 tons is what I put.
Okay. And who is the world-renowned sculptor
Paris.
who created the iconic sculpture, The Thinker?
Hold on.
Oh, it's Moose Robin.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, but then it said Auguste. So we're just still gonna go with Rabin. Okay, and I think that was my last one. Yeah, okay.
Okay, did everybody get their answers? Now let's see if we got them right. Da, da, da. 8 out of 10. Did I pass, Elise? Yeah, great.
We passed. I got 8 out of 10, but
Okay.
I passed. That's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Next. Shopping, Paris at night, and getting around. Okay. Shopping experiences. French capital has held on to its long reign of global center for all things style related. Besides its renowned museums and monuments, shopping alone attracts millions of visitors to Paris every year. Shopping in Paris, from fabulous chic boutiques to the famous flea markets, is some of the best in the world. Luxury brands, couture, fashion, concept shops, luxury perfumes, jewelry shops, and a wide variety of fine wines, cheese, and other gastronomic delights. The list of what is on offer is simply endless, and its shopping districts are gold mines for discount hunters, designer divas, window shoppers, and fashion victims alike. Whatever the product or budget, Paris has got it all. So you have Avenue Montaigne and the Champs-Élysées. Streets are located in the 8th arrondissement of Paris, form one of the city's most coveted fashion junctures. Flagship boutiques of Saint Laurent Paris, Chanel, Christian Dior, Louis Vuitton, Swarovski, Hermes, Fendi, Eric Lombard, Guerlain, Emilio Pucci, Dior, Palm, Emmanuel Ungaro, Jill Sanders, Zara, Giorgio Armani, Manouche, Disney Store for Kids, and much more awaits the visitors. Boulevard Haussmann. So here, I'm just gonna read some of these. I'm not gonna read them all just because probably forget anyway, but the Boulevard, wide strain for Napoleon III under direction. Old Parisian department store, famous for being a world unto themselves with galleries. You have less arcades, coveted passageways. Explore the old world elegance of covered arcades and a must-do shopping experiences for shopaholics. Some fine examples of Gallery Vivian located in the Artisans. Other arcades exploring Passage Geoffrey and Grand Surf located with intricate art, antiques, fine handmade jewelry, furniture, and fashion. The Marais, located on the 3rd arrondissement shopping district, fashion, high quality chain stores, and fine jewelry. Saint Germain des Prés, located in the 6th arrondissement, heart of Paris, Rive Gauche. Visitors looking for chic, classic designer goods, home furnishings, French regional goods. Louvre and Toulouse district, visit shops, fashion, home furnishing, cosmetics. Montre, located in the 18th arrondissement district. Jewelry, accessories, fantasy objects, gift code stores, Châtelet Las Halles, located in the 1st district. Medieval outdoor market, popular with Parisians, to fashion brand boutiques like H&M, Zara, Muji, Mango, and many more. Rue des Passage Grenelle, bougie streets of Paris, posh, artisan, good place for fancy shopping of classic French products. So that's the Rue des Passage, and then Rue de Commerce. Excellent array of range from popular brand shops to small boutiques, fashion wear, skincare, etc. All right, flea markets, La Pousse de Saint-Ouen, located in the front of the 18th arrondissement of Paris, established in 1870 AD, located in the north of Paris, steps away from Sacré-Cœur Basilica and Moulin Rouge. One of the largest flea markets in the world. Visitors can find antique jewelry, vintage clothes, classics, shoes, furniture, old books, and much more. Flea markets in Paris are worth visiting. Are Marche aux Puchets and Port, and then there you go. All right, Moulin Rouge at night. Paris boasts a remarkable, diverse nightlife scene. A lot of visitors opine that the city is more photogenic and dreamlike after dusk than it is during the day. Shared below are some exciting ideas to enliven the evenings and the enjoyment of the visitors in the city. Parisian cabarets, fun entertainment part of Paris life. The shows include singing, dancing, juggling, can girls. Most of the cabarets come with dinner option or a glass of champagne. Recommended shows is, of course, Moulin Rouge, welcomed millions of spectaculars over 100 years. Sumptuous show features feathers, rhinestone sequins, original music, and French can-can. La Lido show, visitors will be treated to a dazzling evening of exciting cabaret entertainment, great dancing, sparkling sequence, magical lighting, captivating music, bluebell girls, and delicious dinner await. Paradise Latin show, considered to be the most Parisian of French cabarets. Built by Gustave Eiffel, who was the designer of the greatest of French icons, the Eiffel Tower. Show is dazzling display of color and rhythm, elaborated, decorated costumes, headdresses, and great dance performances. Visitors opting for dinner and show at Paradise Latin get a choice of 3 menus to choose from. The meals are prepared under the guidance of the restaurant director, who is trained at La Cordon Bleu, the most prestigious French cooking school. Visitors not opting for dinner may choose to enjoy a half bottle of champagne per person during the show. Crazy Horse Cabaret, classic style intimate venue with dim lighting, red velvet plush interior, features 12 expert dancers, very catchy name, performing precise dance routines, 10 different scenes, performances, each with its own distinct flair and style, captivating, sensual, yet tasteful, done for adults. Enjoy. It's cabaret show where art, choreography, sophisticated lighting effects are characterized by authentic French feel. This is an adult only show. Okay. Which one is that one? I didn't see. I guess that one is. All right, you have a night at the opera. Opera lovers, Opera Garnier is great evening at Paris for enjoying an opera concert, ballet performance. Recommended visitors arrive in advance to admire the architecture and rich in decoration besides the show. After hours, Opera Garnier night tour for visitors not wanting to offer opera and ballet, still wanting to visit one of the most popular beautiful sites in Paris, and this tour is a must-do. Experience this magnificent Paris icon on this after hours tour. Get introduced to the Palatial Opera House, home to the famous Opera National de Paris. Visitors will be taken on a 1.3-hour narrated walking tour of the building's interior, revealing the grandeur of the Opera House, visiting members' rotunda, main staircase, grand foyer, and breathtaking auditorium. Visitors will also get an insight on the famous operas that have played here and how this building inspired the setting for Gaston Leroux's novel and later Andrew Lloyd Webber's musical, The Phantom of the Opera. Night view of the Louvre. Most spectacular place to visit at night. Glowing glass pyramid sculptures look inside, beautiful under the light of the moon. Visitors interested in this tour can avail on Wednesdays and Fridays, as the Louvre is open on these days until 21:45. Days open and timing subject to change, so make sure you confirm the dates. People enjoy food in the restaurants. French cuisine is about quality, fresh ingredients, creating dishes that are savored at a leisurely pace. Bistro is usually a casual neighborhood restaurant with a limited menu. Specific timings for lunch and dinner will Brasserie serves throughout the day until late at night and offers a larger menu. Visitors can check with the reception concierge of the hotel they will stay at for eating out options at bistros and brasseries. Take in the glittering city of the Seine River cruise and check out the description under the cruise training. Enjoy from a rooftop bar. When the weather is nice in Paris and the evening is setting, there are a few better ways to the nightlife in Paris than from above. Savor the cocktails, nibbles, and the great views from the rooftop bars offer of the city lights. Visitors can check with the reception and concierge at the hotel when they will they stay to visit the rooftop bars. All right, how do you get around? Of course, the trains. In this section, TBOH will list and elaborate all the transit modes available to visitors in Paris. We'll also bring to 4 eco-friendly means of transport, as well as information to be disseminated throughout agent partners to future visitors to the MAX city of Paris. Paris is the hub of the national and international travel in France. On a national level, it is the center of road and railway, and at more local level, it is serviced through metro, bus, and tram networks. Paris is serviced by 2 major international airports and 3 smaller airports located outside Paris. So Paris Metro, the most effective, fastest, easiest way to get around city. It has 16 lines, including 2 shorter lines. 12 of these penetrate the surrounding suburbs. In the lines 2 and 6 form a circle within Paris. Most lines across the city diametrically, and the inner city circular lines are served as a unique lateral connection. Things to know about Paris. The first metro line was 1900. Paris Metro is the 4th oldest line in Europe and the 6th most used metro in the world. Paris Metro transports more than 1.5 billion passengers each year. Each metro stop in Paris has a theme, mostly those of historic figures, and one can learn a lot about Parisian history from these stations. Each station is about 550 yards from one another. Metro services commence at 6 a.m. and on weekdays continue till 5 a.m. On Fridays and Saturdays till 1:45 a.m. Operation timings can change, hence need to be checked. Each line has a distinctive color and number is shown on the signs and maps. Line directions are indicated by the station at the end of each line, which is shown on the signs of the platform. Free Metro maps are available at ticket offices in the station, and frequency at which Metro runs depends on the time of day. At peak hours, Metro runs about every 2 minutes. Paris Metro zones. Line is divided in 5 zones. Central Paris, Zone 1. Paris Metro contained in Zone 2 and 3. Airport and Versailles is Zone 4, and Charles de Gaulle Airport is Zone 5. Réseau Express Regional. 5 express train lines connecting Paris to surrounding suburbs, named A to E in Paris, and RER acts as an express underground or subway train. Beyond Paris city center is a ground level commuter train connecting outlying suburbs, connecting popular destinations such as Charles de Gaulle Airport, Disneyland, and Versailles. Translian regional trains, suburban train lines connecting main stations of Paris with suburbs and not reached by RER, serving mainly Île-de-France train stations. In addition, there are 47 nocturnal bus lines serving 200 towns. You have the trams. They have 3 lines. T1 and T2 have been built parallel to the boundaries of the capital, and T3 runs alongside Paris' left bank boundary. You have the bus. Numerous bus lines in Paris, which interconnect all points at the capital and its closest suburban cities. The bus lines that are run along and complement the metro network beginning 2000 AD, an express lane reserved for bus and taxis have been introduced, which have improved journey times. Metro tickets can be used on the buses as well, and visitors availing La Paris Vista and Carte Orange tickets need to be shown to the driver. And then environmental friendly buses, the Transport Authority RAPTIP operates 4,700 buses, and as of 2018, in the environment friendly measures taken, 800 buses are diesel electric hybrids, 140 use biofuel, and 74 are electric buses. There are also special types of Paris buses, and they offer the following. Paris Open Tour buses available 1 or 2 day passes. Visitors can avail 4 tour routes covering over 50 stops, highlighting many exciting facets of Paris. Noctilion, the night bus, operates 0:30 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. when regular bus and metro services are not operating. Balabus, a tourist-oriented bus line running between Gare de Lyon and La Défense. Seasonal service operates from April through September. Montrobus runs from Place Pigalle to points throughout the Montmartre area, and there are over 15,000 taxis in Paris and nearly 500 official cab stands. A taxi's white roof is illuminated in green color, means it is for hire, and if it is illuminated in red, it is occupied. The airports, 15,000 taxis in Paris and nearly 500 official cab stands. A taxi's white roof is illuminated in green color, meaning it is for hire. Red is occupied. The 5 airports serving, you have Charles de Gaulle, Orly Airport, Bourgogne Tele Airport, La Bourgogne Airport, and Chalons-Ventre Airport. I'll just take a picture. I'm not going to just read all that just because we'll forget anyway. Okay, there we go. All right. So those are all the different airports, 5 of them. The train Grand Vitesse service was launched in 1981 in France's intercity high-speed rail service. Operated by the state-owned national rail operator SNCF. The network centered on Paris connects major cities across France like Strasbourg, Marseille, Lille, Bordeaux, Montpellier, Avignon, and so on. Extends to 15 neighboring countries like Italy, Spain, Germany, Luxembourg, and more. The network serves more than 230 destinations across France and Europe. And TGV, Train Grand Vitesse, offers one-stand second-class tickets wherein first-class passengers can avail comfortable adjustable seats, power sockets, charge their mobile tablets, and second-class passengers avail cushy seats, well-lit carriages, expert information. Food and drinks can be purchased during the journey. Eurostar launched in 1994 between Waterloo Station and Gare du Nord, Paris. Essentially a long TGV modified for use in the United Kingdom and Channel Tunnel. It is a high-speed rail service connecting London with Paris, Amsterdam, Brussels, Lyon, Marseille, Lille, and Rotterdam. It travels at a speed of 300 kilometers per hour. 2016 onboard entertainment was introduced, including Wi-Fi connectivity and up to 300 hours of movies, which passengers can access using their own mobiles and tablets. Eurostar offers punctuality with convenience and speed of service, shorter check-in times at most airports, hence offering quicker boarding and less queuing. The following travel classes can be booked on Eurostar: Business Premier, offering full flexible tickets and free exchange and refunds before or after departure. Boarding guarantee on all routes except between UK and Netherlands. If a passenger is running early or late and would like to travel on a different train that day, Eurostar will find a seat even if passenger Premier is full. Use of business class Premier Gate, which closes 10 minutes before boarding. Access to exclusive lounges for Wi-Fi, drinks, and bite up to eat. 3-course onboard meal is served during the journey. Standard Premier ticket requires passengers to arrive 60 minutes before departure. Spacious coaches and comfortable seats for relaxed journey. A light meal and drink served at your seat. Complimentary magazines for light reading. Standard ticket requires passengers to reach 60 minutes before. Food and drinks can be purchased upon aboard the bar buffet along generous luggage allowances. All right, cycling is a big thing, practical, eco-conscious way to travel in Paris since 1990s. Paris has steadily increased in network and bicycle paths. Urban bicycle networking now has 700 kilometers of cycle paths. Routes in Paris include bike lanes separated from other traffic by physical barriers such as a curb, and bicycle lanes denoted by a painted path on the road. Velib bike rental scheme. The word Velib translates to bike and freedom. Paris City Bike Rental Scheme has 20,000 cycles with 1,800 self-service rental stations around Paris City, open 24 hours around the year, and credit card payments are accepted. It is an increasingly popular, eco-friendly way to get around Paris by locals and tourists alike. Sea Bubbles, futuristic water taxi service currently under testing. Touted to be unique solution to road congestion issue of the Paris Sea Bubbles is a hydrofoil water taxi, can carry 4 passengers and a pilot at a time. All electric vehicle is the size of a car, and since the hydrofoil lifts It's whole above the water. It gives a very smooth ride. The form of transport is not only futuristic, but quite eco-friendly too, as this transport emits zero noise, zero CO2 emissions, zero disruptive waves. It uses clean energy with low power consumption. The launch date is not yet finalized for service. And then TBO takes you through various ticketing options available for utilization on different modes of transport in Paris. So Paris visits pass, valid 1 to 2. So again, I'll go ahead and take a picture of this. This one is 2 different types of tickets. Visitors can use the Paris Metro when traveling. And then following ticket pass options are available. So I'll just take a picture of this for the tests. Hopefully we can figure it out. Weekly, monthly passes, monthly and weekly passes, and so on. All right, and then these are the different hotels that they can stay at in the different areas. And I don't know how to memorize those. All right, let's take the test and dream destinations. Hopefully we can go back and help her with that, so she gets that one passed.
Never mind. While you guys were reading, I was looking up. You say Google is your best friend, and it definitely is. And I passed.
Perfect. Okay, great. Thank you. All right. Oh my gosh. So yeah, this is kind of crazy. All right. Does anybody know the Iridescent neighborhood of Champs-Élysées located? And again, we probably all have different answers. What arrondissement of Paris is Avenue Champs-Élysées located? What are you trying to say? Does anybody have this one?
Yeah, I have that one.
No, not which landmark.
It's the 8th.
Thank you. All right, which zone of Paris Metro is Central Paris? Which zone of Paris Metro is Central Paris? Zone 1. Okay, as of the year 2018, out of 4,700 buses, how many buses are diesel electric? Anybody know that? How many diesel electric hybrid buses are in Paris? 1,000 hybrid, 250 bios, and 3,300 diesel. 150 electric buses. So this is as of 2018. So I don't know.
It's 950.
Thank you. So it'd say 800 maybe then? It doesn't have 950.
So yeah, 800.
Okay. Restaurant director of which one of these famous cabaret shows been trained at the Cordon Bleu, most prestigious? No, was that the Crazy Horse? Which cabaret show has a trained cordon bleu chef? In Paris. Le Café Cordon Bleu, no. What cabaret show though?
I think that's the Moulin Rouge show.
All right, we'll try it. All right, what are the oldest La Pouche and flea markets established? When was the oldest flea markets in Paris established? 1885. 1870s, maybe 1870. How many neighboring countries of France does the high-speed rail service currently serve in 2018? 5 airports.
I think it was 15.
We'll try it. What is the name of the monthly transport pass? Various Paris cities. Okay, I took a picture. The monthly. So you have either Paris Navigo, or yeah, I would say the Navigo. How many self-serve rental stations does Paris City bike rental scheme have? How many bike rental stations does Valib bike rental have in Paris? $1,800. And which one of the below hotels is located inside the Disneyland complex? What hotel is located in the Disneyland Paris complex? Looks like possibly the Sequoia. Cheyenne? No. I'd say the Sequoia Lodge. All right, does anybody else have any other questions? Should we see how I do on this?
What is the frequency at which the Paris Metro runs during peak hours?
I think 2 minutes or 4 minutes. Does it have that?
2 in peak?
I think so.
Okay.
When was the oldest La Piche de Saint-Quin flea market of Paris established? 1632 AD, 1713,
1870, I think.
1870. And in which area is Hotel Four Seasons George, what is that? I don't remember. V located. Bastille area, Champs, Elysees,
Okay, what is the name of the hotel?
The Four Seasons, George is at the 5th located, or George V. It's either Eiffel Tower, Maris area, Champs Elise.
Golden
still-
Triangle of Paris, just off historic Champs Elise. Does that answer it?
I'll try Champs because
Okay.
it has it there. And then the restaurant director of which one of these famous cabaret shows was that the
You
one
said
Moulin
Moulin
Rouge?
Rouge.
Okay. Okay.
Should we try it? Nine out of 10. Yay. Okay, I'll take it. Ugh. Did everybody else pass?
Yes.
Boy, long day, huh, guys? All right, if everybody passed, got your certificate, download it. Woo! Yay! There we go. You are now an expert. All right. So congratulations, everybody. We will see you next Thursday. I don't know what we're doing yet, so I will put the flyer out. Let me see if I can find it here really quick to see if I saved it. Ooh, I'm tired. Christine. Bum, 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 bum. All right, next Thursday. That's the one we're gonna possibly do profit agility. And then next Saturday, we're doing Ireland. So hopefully you can join us for that.
Oh,
Otherwise,
I want to do Ireland, but I'm going to be in Wisconsin, so
Oh,
I may have to
no.
miss it. Oh, but I'll catch it on the replay.
yeah, I'll record it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
I
This
know,
was a long one. I wouldn't want to have done this one on my own.
I know
Oof.
these expert ones are tough. So appreciate you guys hanging out with me and hope you guys having a wonderful weekend. And thank you so much. And we will see you next week then.
Thank you, you too.
Thank
All right.
you.
Thanks. Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye.